Good evening and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day, number 236, part 3, using Sefer Hachinuch, the prohibition of relating gossip. And here we go. The severity of speaking Lashon Hara lies in the fact that it is speech that denigrates others and emphasizes their faults and shortcomings. See Chavetz Chaim. The Chinuch demonstrates how careful a person must be that his speech not contain these elements. The sages exhorted us greatly with regard to Lashon Hara, and more broadly with regard to speech that even hints to another person's faults, to the extent that they stated, employing a popular adage, if there was someone hanged in one's family's history, one should not say to him, hang up this fish, because it's going to remind them of this terrible thing. In this vein, the sages also forbade stating something about another that is not itself negative, but could lead to a negative statement being said about another. This type of speech, as well as speech that bears negative implications about another person, is known as avak Lashon Hara, dust of Lashon Hara. The Chinuch provides an example. The sages also stated in Arachin that included in the category of avak Lashon Hara is one who praises his fellow in the presence of his enemy. For although he means well, he may actually be causing his fellows harm, as it is stated in Proverbs. If one blesses his fellow loudly, it will be considered a curse for his fellow. You got to be careful, how sensitive. This mitzvah applies in every location and all times to both men and women. One who transgresses this mitzvah and bears slander upon his tongue has violated a mitzvah prohibition. He is regarded as having violated the commandment of the king and is surely deserving of divine retribution. Now, this prohibition does not bear the penalty of lashes because it is a mitzvah prohibition that does not entail action, for it involves only speech. But sometimes the speech is more powerful than action. But the omnipresent has numerous emissaries by which he can mete out punishment other than a strap made from the hide of a calf or of cows. In other words, listen, you don't want this punishment. He says here, two more commentaries here. As a general rule, when the violation of a prohibition does not necessarily involve action, it's called a lav she'ein bo ma'aseh, the one who violates it is not subject to lashes. Even if one commits the violation through action, such as by writing Lashon Hara, since he could have done it without action, he does not incur lashes. The whip used in administrating malchus, lashes, was made primarily from the hide of a calf. In other words, although the sin of Lashon Hara is not subject to corporal punishment via an earthly court, this does not mean that the sinner will go unpunished. He will experience divinely administered retribution in other forms, and we don't want that. Folks, we'll continue with this. We're not done yet. Thanks for listening to the sponsor. A future mitzvah, 36 100 for gold. Have a good evening.